Mental Health Monday.
And no doubt, I think balance is like what I value more and more, and like just understanding like all the layers at which balance operates.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like, you know, I have acquaintances and I have friends and I have, you know, like my family, people who are in my family, be it by blood or by just like, you know, choices over the last years of relationship. And it's like, I just like all those things are like in an interplay, are like, you know, they're like the fabric of my life. And you know, I just understand too, like balance over the relationships, because it's like I definitely will have moments where I'm like, yeah, like we about to smoke, like, oh, I want to have a drink or a few tonight, like, you know. But it's like, how do all those things like interplay and create the larger context of a dynamic?
Yeah.
Something that I think is important. And like, I don't know, I realize too, like I also like have been working through like not wanting to reserve my emotional vulnerability only for certain relationships. And that's why therapy is important, because it's like I don't want to just like be depositing these things around, or like putting it on like my sister or my partners, or like, you know, my just like, you know, I want to like, and that kind of like speaks to like the boundaries that you have in certain spaces as well, like just like all of the holistic picture of like supporting your health and wellness.
Yeah. And even that, not just therapy, because therapy is necessary. Of course I'd say that because it is the brand. But I think what's almost as necessary is like, all right, when you wake up in the morning, what are your concerns, right? I'm a very, if my room is cluttered person, I can't get things done. Like my rate of work when there's clutter that I know was caused by me is completely different from my rate of work when it's like, all right, I've cleaned up the space. And especially when you have the good lighting, you see the clutter. When you have like a lot of good lighting, like you can't not see it. So it's like, all right, everything has its proper place. Even if it's messy, it's still in its place until you take care of it. Like before you came today, I had like laundry on the ground right there. I had like shoe boxes everywhere. I had like boxes that I was like, no, you gotta break those down, throw those away. I had clothes out there on the couch. I was like, nah, I gotta fold that. So like my partner will tell you, she's actually in here right now, but my partner will tell you like, she came out this morning at 7:15, was like, why are you awake? And the thing I was supposed to work on, which was like the workouts for my clients, I forgot to do because I was busy cleaning up for like 3 hours.
No, I need that sound. Just clean your room. Just clean your room.
Yeah.
I just hear that in my head sometimes. And sometimes that's the hardest thing in the world, is to just do it. And like sometimes you can't, because it's like, also you can't also like I can't be like super hard on myself. Like I have to understand why, like, or give myself the latitude, or like something I've been working on too, like, is like these things called when I statements. So like when I don't have the energy to clean my room, I'm going to, you know, take the time to rest and set that time where I'm going to be able to get up and do it. And I'm going to be gentle with myself in the meantime. Or like when I make a mistake, like, 'cause that's my thing, is like, I am a judgmental individual. And like when it's directed outward, it's a very haha type of judgment. It's like, let's laugh, let's just be like dumbly critical, let's talk about, just be silly with it. But like when I'm like, okay, but what is that masking that's reflected internally? I'm so hard on myself. I've been so hard on myself. I don't leave myself room to make human errors sometimes. Like I haven't. And it's like, I can't be that way. Like that's not going to, like, that kills a little part of me when I feel like I've made a mistake, and then I'll be so focused on, that's depression for me in a lot of ways manifests as like just thought cycles over and over again of like, oh, if I could go back and I could change the way that I was, even though this situation taught me something, or this or that, or like there's so many factors that pour it into the way that you were moving. Like, I don't know, I can't focus on the things that I can't change. And then anxiety, I can't pre-solve every single problem that I'm going to face. Because I try to do that too. I'd be like, well, this, that. I'd be like, well, if I do this, and it's like,
The problem's not there yet. So you're putting energy towards something that doesn't even exist yet. Yeah, I'm sorry. I appreciate you bringing me in there, though. That sounds like a door that is always open and sometimes needs to just be closed until it's necessary. Like, it kind of sounds like you're the type of person that, like, you'd rather someone hold the keys and, like, all right, you decide when we use the keys when things have hit the fan.
a lot of times, and it's like, I have to really work to be in balance with myself and figure out what are those things that I need to do to help me just like maintain